All right, it's time to talk a little PGA here at Stochastic, breaking down the Rocket Mortgage Classic over on PrizePicks. I'm going to talk about how you can get some free money at PrizePicks if you are a new user and go through my favorite plays from birdies or better, matchups. I scoured the entire board. I've got three I think are going to make us some money. If you're hopping in for the first time, checking out this channel, welcome aboard. Welcome to Stochastic. Hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you join. Now, Rocket Mortgage, it's certainly not a major. This course, though, I want to give a little background before we dive into the plays. It looks like it's going to be a scoring haven. You're going to be aggressive off the tee, attack the 4 par 5s, some short par 4s. All of this is really going to help the scoring conditions, and that is something that we can take advantage of over at PrizePick. Now, let's dive in. Let's see where are we going for the matchups. What stuck out to me? I'm going to get my cards started over on PrizePicks with a matchup of birdies or better in round one. So what we're doing, we've got a matchup. Who's going to make more birdies, Max Homa or Nate Lashley? For me, that's going to be clearly Max Homa. Max Homa has been super consistent all year. He's coming off a missed cut at the Open. Before that, his last missed cut was back in January at the Farmers. He picked up another win at the Wells Fargo. He's making cuts in majors. Tee to green, he's been absolutely fantastic, positive basically all year, and he's brought a really, really solid putter with him. He's legitimately one of the favorites every time he tees it up at this point, particularly outside majors. And in a field like this, he is one of the favorites, there's no doubt. Now, Nate Lashley, not in the same caliber. He's missed 4 of 5 cuts. He had negative off the tee in 2 straight. His irons are not really doing much, and his putter never was a real strength. Not that it's a glaring weakness either. It's just pretty simple for me. He's not in the same caliber of player as a guy like Max Homa. So when I look at this, I'm going to jump on this quickly, and that's something that I think is a pretty easy start to the card over on PrizePicks. Now, if you haven't been over to PrizePicks, let me tell you a little about what they're doing. We're talking about daily prop-based contests. It's different, no sharks, no optimizers, no mass entries. You're picking 2, 3, 4, 5-player lineups. You can get up to 10 extra entry fee, and you're going to be projecting over or under certain categories. And to help you get started, promo code AWESEMO for a $100 first match deposit bonus, link in the description of this video. You can download PrizePicks app in the App Store or Google Play, or just go to prizepicks.com. Very, very simple. It's a cool format over there. I've really enjoyed my time over there. It's a site that I was unfamiliar with. The more I learned, just interesting. You're able to get exposure to some of these players in different categories. So we're getting things started. Max Homa over Nate Lashley in birdies in round one. Second spot on this 3-leg parlay. This one, to me, I honestly had to do a double take. I don't even understand this, I'll be honest, and I'm sure this will be the one that loses. But Keegan Bradley versus Jim Nose, more birdies in round one. That's going to be Keegan Bradley for me legitimately every time. So when we look at Keegan's year, it's been pretty stellar. He's coming off 2 missed cuts, which isn't great. But let's take what they really were. The Scottish Open in terrible conditions, and then the Open Championship at St. Andrews, which just really has never been something that Keegan's thrived at. Before that, just fantastic. 19th at Travelers, 7th at the U.S. Open, made the cut at the PGA and Memorial, runner-up at Wells Fargo, top 10s at Valero and the Players. Ball striking's been fantastic. He has flipped the putter. Keegan Bradley, of all people, is actually using the flat stick as a weapon instead of a liability. If he does that, he's going to be tough to stop, and he's going to consistently find weekends and make birdies. That's what we're asking, not how he plays. Who's going to make more birdies? And Keegan Bradley should be converting a ton of the good looks that he gives himself at this type of clip if that putter cooperates. On the other side of this, Jim Nose is not playing great golf. He's missed 4 of 7 cuts. The ones that he made, he came in 25th, then 77th at the Barbasol, 64th at the 3M Open. He's lost strokes off the tee in 6 of 7 events. I don't see he's lost strokes on the approach in 4 of 5. There's just not a lot happening here. It's going to take an outlier performance for him to have more birdies than Keegan Bradley. I don't understand this line. You want to jump on this before anything moves. This is a really good opportunity to get Keegan Bradley in the first round against a guy like Jim Nose. So we've got Max Homa over Nate Lashley. We've got Keegan over Jim Nose, as we just talked about. That is 2. Where are we going for the third leg? This one is, I'll be honest, of the 3, I think this is the closest and the toughest. I still feel good about it. And it's Matt Kuchar over John Hu in round 1 birdie. So the same format for all 3. But this one, I do think that it is a little closer. I still like Kuchar, though. He's been finding the weekends consistently. 8 straight made cuts. Tee to green, he's gained in 7 of 8. Positive with the putter in 5 of 6. All of that is really, really good. And this is the type of course that he can really attack. He doesn't need to be super long to get to these par 5s. He's obviously always been a really, really good putter. He's going to roll it well here. There's no doubt in my mind that he will put up a healthy amount of birdies in round 1. So when we've got Kuchar, and he's playing pretty good golf, I think sneaky good golf in a lot of ways, not breaking down the door in terms of the leaderboard, but making cuts, finding weekends. And to do that on the PGA Tour, you've got to make a lot of birdies. And I think that he starts doing that right from the get-go tomorrow. On the other side of this matchup, John Huh, 3 missed cuts in a row, negative off the tee in all 3, lost with the putter in 2 of 3. He's not doing a lot. And I just look at this. He does benefit. He's an easy course guy. There's no doubt about it. But bent grass, not a great start. He's not a great putter to begin with, to be honest. I just don't see a lot here. The putter's been a liability for a while. And I'm just talking about caliber of player. Matt Kuchar, even though he might not be at the height of his powers, I still think he has a decisive advantage when you look at this matchup. And we're not laying birdies or anything. This is who is going to have more birdies in round 1. To me, it's going to be clearly Matt Kuchar. So let's recap. Let's talk about how we structure this out and see what we can find here. I'm going with Max Homa over Nate Lashley, round 1 birdies. I'm going with Keegan Bradley over Jim Nance, round 1 birdies. And I'm going with Matt Kuchar over John Huh, round 1 birdies. If you put them all together and you go for the power play, that means you got to hit all 3. You're going to get that 5x payout. That is where I'm going. I'm going for it. I think that all 3 of these matchups, we have the advantage. I have no problem upping the variance and trying to string them together for that 5x payout over on PrizePicks. Again, I want to encourage everyone, go over there and check out the site and use that promo code AWESEMO for a really good opportunity. And hopefully this cashes, we go 3 for 3 and we take advantage of that 5x payout. Thanks again for hopping in, and everyone, good luck with the Rocket Mortgage. Enjoy the golf and stay tuned for more PrizePicks videos each and every week.